I'm teaming up with Herzog Contracting over the next year or so to provide periodic looks at Sunrail's Deland expansion, with this edition acting as a before view. Sunrail is a commuter rail line currently operating in Central Florida between Point Siena in the south and Debary in the north and through downtown Orlando. It originally opened in 2014, with a southern expansion opening in 2018. Sunrail's Deland expansion will add about 12.5 miles to Sunrail's route on the north end, with a new station being added in Deland adjacent to the existing Amtrak station. This is the final portion of Sunrail's initial plans to be constructed. We'll start at Sunrail's current northern terminus at the Debary station. This station was opened alongside the initial phase of Sunrail in 2014 and has served as the current northern terminus of service. The eastern track currently ends at the end of the platform, with the 4th Florida road crossing having remained single track. The Benson Junction siding begins north of the crossing. This siding continues north for about 2 miles. As part of this work, the siding will be incorporated into the new second main. While I was flying, crews were doing some of the initial work to make this happen. They were doing initial clearing and grade work in advance of subballast being laid for the short section of track that needs to be built here. The work to connect the existing siding track to the current station stub track, including double tracking Florida Road, is the only work required on the northern end of the project. The Debary station is typical of most Sunrail stations outside of the downtown areas, with a large park and ride lot and loop for local transit connections. The station itself is fairly simple, with low-level platforms and platform roofs. Tickets are purchased from kiosks on the platform, with passengers having to tap on and tap off on ticket readers scattered along the station platforms before and after their trips. For the most part, Sunrail trains currently only use the eastern stub track platform, with the western through track platform often blocked off from passengers. A new cantilever signal is south of the station, but not in service yet. Heading around the curve south of the station is the Conrad Yelvington facility, which will supply most of the subballast for the project, with ballast coming from another facility nearby. We'll continue on north to the Blue Springs pedestrian overpass. This overpass is a popular biking and walking path that goes to Blue Springs State Park. The Benson siding ends about 4 miles south of here, with single track running for about 5.5 miles total until the new double track begins to the Deland station. Having sections of single track is nothing new for Sunrail, as there are several other sections currently in service on its existing route. Other than some minor track rehab, the track in this section will not change. Next is the French Avenue underpass. Just like Blue Springs, this is still in the single track portion of the route, but the new double track will begin being built about 3/4 of a mile north of here. The only work at the underpass itself will be to construct some new crash walls around the road's pilings. This is standard work for any rail project going under road bridges nowadays. You can see the Blue Springs pedestrian overpass in the distance here. Continuing north, and the next stop is at Lake Beresford Park. This is where the major changes will occur as double track is added. The new track will be added on the west side of the existing track, so on the left in this view. Clearing work had yet to begin when I filmed this. New rail for the project has already been delivered alongside the existing track. This pedestrian underpass that provides access to the park's trails will be widened as part of this work. As a bonus while I was here, Amtrak Train 97, the Silver Meteor, passed by headed south. There was a slow order on the track for some reason this day, so it was moving past fairly slow. My last stop is at the location of the future Deland station. Today, there is currently a station here used by Amtrak. Its station building and platform will remain with minimal changes. For Sunrail, a new low-level island platform will be constructed west of the existing track, with the new Western Main Line on the far west side of the right-of-way. The old New York Avenue crossing will be widened to add an additional track and have sidewalks added. Work to begin clearing the site for the station work had just begun the week prior to me filming. Sunrail is constructing a new parking lot here, along with a transit loop that will provide bus connections into downtown Deland. About half the land being cleared will be for parking, with the other half becoming a retention pond. A kiss and ride will be on the south end of the site by the old New York Avenue crossing. Track work will only continue slightly north of here before the west track will come to a dead end. When complete, this will become Sunrail's only station with an island platform. Access to the platform will be from the old New York Avenue crossing and a new access point on the north end of the platform. Some of the wood ties for the new track work has already been delivered. The track breaking off to the left is part of a Y that provides access to some freight customers into Deland and will remain. The existing station here is of Atlantic coastline heritage and was originally built in 1918. Here's a look from the current platform. While the parking lot will be smaller than most of Sunrail's other stations, it will end up getting rid of the parking on the grass that most Amtrak passengers deal with today. By the time of my next update here, clearing work will be complete and initial construction will have begun on the new station. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages.